This segment will talk about the fabrication methods of a microstrip antenna, but first, a brief introduction is needed. What is a microstrip? A microstrip is a type of electrical transmission line which is used to convey microwave frequency signals. The configuration or assembly is shown on the right. It consists of a metal conductor, a dielectric substrate in between, and a ground plane. An upper dielectric is also present, but is usually air. The material for each element of a microstrip is shown. For the metal and ground plane, copper is usually the preferred electrical conductor, since it has a very high conductivity. For the dielectric substrate, a good insulator or a material with low dielectric constant is chosen. The material is silica. Silicon dioxide has a base dielectric constant of 3.9. This can be varied by doping with other materials. There are many fabrication methods for microelectronic elements or circuits. For microstrips, the closest fabrication method is applying techniques used in printed circuit board technology. The fundamental idea of PCB technology is to add different electronic features onto a non-conductive substrate. Before the manufacturing stage begins, software designing and then the implementation of the design to the manufacturing system are performed. Electronic design automation or EDA softwares are used to design the layout, geometry, and orientation of an electronic element. Computer-aided manufacturing or CAM systems is then used to input the design data and other electronic variables needed onto a manufacturing machine. As mentioned before, PCB technology is used for simple to very complex designs. Manufacturing a microstrip or microstrip patterns only on a substrate can be categorized as simple. For large volume of production, two simple techniques applies the concept of subtractive process, which means removing copper from an entirely copper-coated board, leaving only the desired pattern. The first technique is called silk screen printing. It uses an etch-resistant ink to protect the desired pattern. Subsequent etching removes the unwanted copper. The second technique is called photolithography or photo engraving. Instead of using ink, it uses a material sensitive to light called photoresist and also a photo mask which contains the pattern. The photoresist is applied to the copper board and is then exposed to strong UV light going through a photomask. The exposed photoresist hardens and becomes resistant to etching compact. For small volume production, CNC milling can be used. After the data input, the undesired copper is traced and routed away. It is the same technique used by a router tool in woodworking shown in the picture. Microstrip antennas are antennas where the microstrips are the device itself. It can be manufactured on small-scale volume used for research and experimentation. It can also be manufactured on a large-scale volume for commercial use. Also, in some cases, the dielectric substrate layer is replaced by a metal patch mounted above the ground plane called dielectric spacers. Antennas structured this way is less rugged but has wider bandwidth.